in the continuation of previous complete guidance of steel reinforcement used in RCC beam, column, slab and footing. So the second one is reinforcement in beam. So what how many types of beams? So this will be discussed in the next video topic, in my next video lecture. So here the reinforcement in a beam. Here we will discuss the reinforcement in the beam. So the maximum clear distance between two bars in any one layer should not be less than the diameter of the larger bar, or 2.5 centimeter, or the largest size of the aggregate plus 6 mm. It means that this is the one layer of the steel. So the maximum, let's suppose let's suppose this is the one layer of steel. This is 20 mm and this is 12 mm. This is also 20 mm. So the distance between these two bars in a same layer, in a one layer, should not be less than 2.5 centimeter, 2.5 centimeter, or the diameter of the larger bar, steel bar, which is 2.0 centimeter, or the aggregate used in the beam. So the maximum size of aggregate, let's suppose, which is 20 mm, 2.5 2 centimeter, and we will add plus 6 mm. So this will become 2.06 centimeter, 2.6 centimeter. So here 2.5 is the minimum, 2.0 and 2.6. So for aggregate, for steel dia, maximum steel dia used in this row, or this thumb rule, are the specified. So we cannot place these two bars from each other minimum from 2.0 centimeter. Means that the distance between the center to center distance between these two bars must be 2.0 centimeter, not less than 2.0 centimeter. The maximum clear distance between two layers, or the maximum clear distance between two layers, means, let's suppose I am going to provide steel reinforcement in a beam in a two different layer. So the two different layer, so the steel reinforcement in two different layer, if we are going to provide, so the distance between these two layer, the distance between these two layer must not be less than 12 mm. Must not be less than 12 mm, means 1.2 centimeter, half of the inch. So the distance between these two layers must not be less than 12 mm, and we will provide the spacer bars are to be provided between these two. We can provide a spacers, concrete spacer between these two layers for maintaining the center to center distance of these two layers. So at the rate of 0.9 meter apart, means that this is the longitudinal two layer of steel bar. So we will provide one stirrup at this point, and after 0.9 meter we can provide the other stirrup, the other spacer. So this is the spacer 1 and the spacer 2. So the distance between these two spacers must not be less than 0.9 to 1.2 meter. So in the other throughout the length of the beam. So wherever two or more layer of reinforcement, this is the major basic points for the distance between two spacers. So the main reinforcement bar in the beam should not be less than 6 mm. Means these three bars are the main reinforcement, which is commonly used for the tension, which is commonly used in the tension zone for resisting the tensile force. So main reinforcement must not be less than 6 mm and maximum size standard not exceeded from 40 mm. So generally 12 mm commonly we use the steel. The main reinforcement in the steel will be main in the steel main reinforcement. So main reinforcement in the steel, which is generally used, is a 12 mm, 16 mm, 20 mm, 22 mm and 25 mm. So you must know that steel reinforcement less than 6 mm should not be applicable for main reinforcement. The third point is center to center distance between two bars in a layer, in one layer must not less than 2.5 standard centimeter, 2.5 standard, or maximum size of bar used in a layer, or maximum size of aggregate plus 6 mm. So the fourth point, the distance center to center distance between two layers must not be less than 12 mm or 1.2 centimeter. So for maintaining the center to center distance, we provide spacers. So the spacer, two spacer from each other must be at a rate of 0.9 meter to 1.2 meter. So these are the 2 points. So these are the different points which must be kept in mind, especially a construction of beam. So I think this video will be very helpful to you. So kindly subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Thank you for watching.